We're Nicki and Carlo and we live in Positano, Italy, except we also just bought a house in Tuscany, which we're currently renovating, so we live there too. Join us as we turn this house and olive grove into a dream home and get to grips with living in two different parts of Italy. This week, something happened to me that has never happened before. I lost my vlogging superpower. Okay, maybe it isn't really a superpower. After all, anyone can pick up a camera or a phone and record what they're doing. Maybe the word I'm looking for is desire, or ability, or passion, or even knack. Whatever the correct term is, I lost it.
Oggi è una meravigliosa e splendida giornata, il giorno adatto per andare a mare e fare un bagno. Vi porterò con me e faremo un piccolo giro in kayak. Valentino, vieni da fare un bagno pure tu,
Molti tardi, sì.
Vieni. Ti aspetto giù,
Ciao, Carlo.
Ciao bello, ciao.
It felt very strange. I felt empty and sad and couldn't imagine that anything I was doing was worth sharing with thousands of people. What was the point, I said to myself. I've shown all this before. This is too boring to share, surely. There was also an edge of panic to these thoughts, as creeping in alongside them was the knowledge that I had to record something if I was to keep to my schedule of posting every Sunday. For I have never missed a week since January 2020. Time was running out and I had to think of something to film. But the more I worried about it, the lower I felt.
Are you happy, Ollie? Are you happy? Are you happy? Yes, are you happy? Come on. Go in. Go in, Ollie. Go in. Good girl. Un po' più avanti.
I eventually asked Carlo to take over. I told him that as I'd featured heavily in the last video from Capri, it was now his turn to do a video. Surely I didn't need to be in it.
Buongiorno. Come stanno le cose? Il vantaggio di abitare in un posto come Positano è di uscire presto la mattina con i tuoi cani. Puoi avere una spiaggia intera tutta per te. Non è meraviglioso? Che ne pensate? Quando incontro qualcuno che mi chiede se mi manca Positano, Io gli dico, sì certo, mi manca Positano, mi manca anche il mare di Positano, ma non è che in Toscana non posso andare al mare, non è esattamente la stessa cosa, ma è bello anche lì, quindi quando mi manca il mare vengo qui, è tutto risolto, facile, no? Il mio spazio. I love you. Per ovvi motivi mi capita spesso di avere dei discorsi su vivere su due posti diversi, cosa è meglio, cosa è peggio. Questo è un argomento che adesso mi sta molto a cuore. Io sinceramente penso che quando vivi in un posto, se ti senti bene in quel posto può essere casa tua. Anche se non ci sei nato, anche se è solo poco tempo che vivi lì, forse io ho una capacità di sentirmi a casa in quasi tutti i posti dove vado, nel senso che mi adatto, sto bene e mi piace scoprire nuovi posti, nuove persone e trovo tutto questo estremamente interessante, piacevole, è bello. È bello per me. Sei pronta? Vai! Che girl! Vieni qua! Give it to me! Dammelo! Dammelo!
I tried to analyse my feelings. Maybe I was burnt out? I didn't think so. I'd so enjoyed filming on Capri a few days before. Maybe it was the weather. It was hot, but not extremely hot. It was the humidity that was getting to everyone. 85% humidity, hanging visibly in the air, dripping down the back of your knees, your neck, your forehead. Damp clothes, damp sun-dried washing, damp and sticky everything. Just the process of going out from our house to the road left us in a sweaty mess and not particularly presentable for filming. Look at the state of me in the latest video on Aperitivo 50 for reference. I was not planning on filming that day. My shirt was limp and my hair has succumbed to the humidity, but the opportunity presented itself and I just got on with it. Maybe it was the weird feeling that Carlo and I both felt from being back in Positano in full summer season mode. It felt crowded and strange. We hardly saw anyone we knew, as if all the residents had been replaced with strangers. One of the things we've always loved about living in Positano is the fact that everyone knows everybody, and there is always someone to talk to. This time, it felt different. Of course, most residents were busy working, and as the years pass, more and more familiar faces are being replaced with younger seasonal workers from out of town. But we would usually find someone with a day off at a beach club or at the local bar. This time, the beach clubs were busy and thriving, but there were no familiar faces to be seen. The sensation we had would be similar to walking into school, sitting down in your history class, and realising that all of the other students around you are new and you don't know anyone. But the school and the classroom are as familiar as your hand. I also felt under pressure as I only had 5 days left in Positano before I flew to England for a week. I had to get more footage from Positano. After all, this is the Positano Diaries. This is what people come here for, to see, right? My thoughts were piling on top of each other and not helping matters. We took a short boat ride one afternoon, and I sat on deck and talked to Elizabeth and Carlo about my feelings. We all agreed that it would do no harm at all if I skipped a weekly video. After all, everyone deserves holiday leave every now and then, right? I hated the idea of letting people down, but in the mood I was in, I also told myself that nobody would care or notice. It's just a 24-minute interlude of free entertainment that I provide because I happen to live in a picturesque place. Most people probably wouldn't even notice if I didn't post. Just skip a week, Nicki. And so, I put my microphone and selfie stick down and stopped trying to think of something to film. I surrendered. It felt strange, but I felt a little bit relieved. I tried to relax and go about everyday life without worrying about filming. I took walks in the mountains, I got stuck into a new book, I potted in the garden and reminded myself often that time off is allowed. And I'm sure that after a few days off, I will be happy to pick up the camera again and the ideas will start flowing. Of course, I'll get back into the swing of things. I've been blogging and vlogging since 2006. It is ingrained in me. Carlo went for lunch with Sky Nola one day while I stayed at home with the dogs. Da Adolfo is a little beach restaurant at Laurito Beach in Positano. Back in the good old days before mass tourism hit, it was a sleepy beach shack where the locals would go on their day off. It was the place to hang out, eat good food, drink crisp white wine with peaches floating in it, and swim in the crystal clear bay. Nowadays, the food is just as good as it ever was, and there is more room on the beach to spread out. There are less locals and more tourists, so you do need to have a table booked before you can get on the free boat shuttle from the main beach.
Sky, Nicola, what do you want to order?
Well, for sure, zuppa di cozze, so that's clam soup, which sounds really weird in English, but it's very nice, no? Mussel soup,
Wow,
yeah.
Allora, we got the spaghetti with pesto di friaielli, which is pesto, how do you say pesto? Of green peppers, local green peppers.
Questo invece è
This
polipo.
was a octopus that I've eaten like nearly all of it now, and then Daddy has the dentice, che è un po' torbida, però guardate. Vai, salta! Salto con questo in mano? Lo lancio? I wonder if that works. I hope I'm not damaging the GoPro by throwing it.